Okay, is everyone here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so good morning, good afternoon, good evening, especially to Sir Katahay. Welcome to English class, grade 10 students. So before we begin, kindly please lead our prayer, Miss Jean. Thank you.
Okay, so let's bow our head and close our eyes as we feel the presence of the Lord. So, Lord, we look to you now for guidance and instruction. We ask that you bless this session in every way. Bless the participants and bless the instructor. Take full control, O God, and may everything go according to your will and purpose. In Jesus' name we pray, Amen.
Amen. So how is everyone doing? I hope all of you are doing just fine. Since today is our class, I want all of your attention to our, discussion. And so we will use this day to be, productive and to gain more knowledge that will help us in the future events. So our motivational quote for today is educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all by Aristotle. So basically means educating humans goes much beyond the, cognitive aspect of learning. In order to ensure complete and holistic development of our education, should be backed by values, empathy, and compassion, and also other values. Sorry. Um, so is Miss President Hannah, is our attendance complete?
Yes, sir. We have complete attendance, no absent.
Thank you so much. Very good. Very good that that everyone is present today. So I want everyone to listen carefully because this is our Google Meet etiquette. So first is mute yourself, and the second be on time because I hate being late or I hate late students. Turn on your video camera, but you can turn it off if you are having internet problems or if you have a broken camera, and then come prepared. So obviously, if you are in the middle of the class, you should be prepared mentally and physically. Sit still. So when I'm discussing, I want all your ears and just sit there, listen. Be respectful. So if you have different opinion with your classmate when it comes to recitation, just respect their opinion. Find a quiet space. So if you wanted to talk, just open the microphone and make sure that your surrounding is not too noisy that we can't hear you. So if you want to say something, make sure that you are in a quiet space. Raise your hand to talk. So if you wanted to say something, if you or if you wanted to recite something, just click the hand gesture there that says raise hand. So I can see you. No eating, but well, I consider that everyone could eat. Just make sure that it's not too obvious that our classmates might interrupt their, focus. Lesson recap. So here in the lesson recap, so I prepared a recap that we about the lesson we tackled last week. I want everyone to answer the following number, and I will just call you for you to answer them instead of opening the app because that might cause a confusion. So this is match the following genres. Is everyone following me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Very good. So the first question is, the first statement is also called detective fiction. What do you think is also called detective fiction? Among this romance, horror, thriller, mystery, and drama.
I guess it's thriller, sir.
Yes, Miss Jean?
It means thriller po.
The detective fiction, it's thriller.
Yes, sir.
Um, you got it wrong. Sorry, but the correct answer here is mystery. Here we go. So, how about it is a dark, mysterious, and suspenseful plot-driven stories. Um, let us call Miss Hannah.
I believe it's thriller, sir.
Thriller. The correct answer is wait. Yeah, it's thriller. I'm sorry for the mistake, Miss Jean. Um, this genre is meant to scare, startle, shock, and even repulse readers. What do you think is the answer? The main
Horror.
keyword here is shock. Horror. Who says that?
Me, sir.
Miss Jean, very good. Sorry for the confusion a while ago. So, another one. Okay, Miss Hannah, very good. She raised
Um,
hand before the statement.
Romance, sir, centers around love stories between two people.
People, very good. That's why I love this class, right? What about the last one? Feature stories with high stakes and a lot of conflicts. So, yes, Miss Jean,
Drama po.
very good. So it is drama. Very good. I think I'm having a problem with my script. So let's go back to the okay. Let's go back to our okay here. So the next one is guess me. So let's try your prior knowledge for you to know on what is going to, be our discussion today. So the name of the game is Guess Me. Simply just guess the answer of the following statements. Don't worry, this is just easy. So since we talked about genres last week, so I think you already have some prior knowledge regarding with this. In modern day, it is usually involving criminals and secret agents. What do you think is this statement? Yes, Miss Hannah?
Thriller, sir.
Thriller. Is this thriller? Thriller. Very good. Very good, Hannah. How about this? A catastrophe that affects lots of people. Yes, Miss Jean?
Um, Disaster, sir.
Disaster. Let us see. Disaster. Very good. Um, how about this? It is set in an imaginary world, often with magics. like Harry Potter's, Lord of the Rings. Yes, Miss Hannah.
I believe it's fantasy, sir.
Fantasy. Is it fantasy? Very good. This is fantasy. Based in historical period often involves great battles. What do you think is the answer? Yes, Miss Jean.
Sir, is it historical or epic?
Is it historical or epic? Boom! Very good. Very good, Jean and Hannah. You got it all right. How about this last one? Adventure to find something or someone involving danger or peril.
Sir, I believe it's quest from
Quest.
last time topic.
West. So the answer is quest. Very good. So I think you got it all right, and you already have the knowledge or the idea of what's going to be our topic for today. Job well done. Well, yeah, this I guess everyone has already a prior knowledge. Um, so before we fully begin, let me indicate our objectives of this of for today. So at the end of the module or the lesson, you are expected to characterize the action adventure genre. Second, identify the conventions of action adventure genre. And the third one is analyze a literary text through looking into action adventure archetypes. So this is our topic for today, action adventure genre. So what is action and adventure genre in literature? Kindly please read Miss Jean.
Okay po. So, what is action and adventure genre in literature? An action and adventure is a genre of fiction that is usually involves an adventure, risk-taking, and often action and physical danger.
Okay, very good. So let's proceed to the next slide. So have you watched all these movies or are you familiar with some of these? They are an action adventure genre. The Darkest Minds, Enola Holmes, Mulan, Maze Runner, BFG, Mockingjay, Divergent, Harry Potter. So are you all familiar with these?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yes, sir po.
Very good. I think everyone likes to read or to watch movies.
My
And you
favorite
are
is Enola Holmes.
wow, very interesting because this Enola
Mulan.
Holmes, Mulan. Oh, you have your own favorite movies. Well, my favorite here is The Divergent. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. Conventions of action adventure genre. Structure. Kindly please read Miss Hannah.
Okay. So, action adventure genre have recognizable narrative structures which offer a way of examining how a story is organized and shaped in terms of time and events. It is interesting to explore the rules of narrative structure with regard to action adventure.
So, for example, a defining feature of narrative is the high degree of narrative closure, with all the problems revolve on our hero triumphant. In addition to linear structure, narrative can often be seen in terms of oppositional structure, structure two, and or as a fight between forces of good and evil. So the next slide is the main characters. So action adventure genre have recognizable heroic central character, a hero or heroine who is able to overcome incredible odds. Whilst some stories feature brave heroines, most narratives are organized around traditional genre roles. So a main character should be, three-dimensional and compelling. They should be the kind of dynamic character that readers and viewers can spend days with and not grow bored. Equally important are supporting characters from sidekicks to love interests to parental figures to villains and anti-heroes. If we categorize these characters, the type by the role of their play in the narrative, we can hone in on seven distinct varieties, which is the protagonist, the antagonist, the love interest, and so on and so forth. A positional character. Action adventure genre tends to feature characters that play opposite the key central character for the example, either in the form of relationship, hero or heroine, or in conflict, hero or villain. So they are the oppositional force in the story, like doing everything in their power to make sure that the protagonist fails and that they succeeded. This type of movie character, the antagonist isn't necessarily a villain either. Journey or quest. So kindly please read Miss Jean.
Journey or quest, an action-adventure genre, often involves central characters working towards a final goal, such as seeking treasure.
Such as seeking treasure. Very good. So these narratives take place against the backdrop of a variety of exotic and sometimes glamorous locations. Sorry for the background sound or the noise. These can range from desert landscapes to urban settings. The location or settings can serve an important narrative function as central characters find themselves battling with the challenges presented by its surviving earthquakes, struggling through jungles, and other challenges they are facing throughout the story. So the next one is action sequences. Kindly please, Miss Hannah,
Okay,
kindly
so
read.
action sequences. So when we say action sequences, it plays an important part of narrative construction and contribute to the pleasures offered by action adventure genre. Action sequences can range from battles and explosion to fist fights and car chases.
Very good. So basically, an action sequence is an accelerated version of the traditional theme scene. The characters in a typical scene have different goals in the course of the scene. Each character attempts to achieve his or her goal. So drink your water and don't be too overwhelmed about everything. Just calm down and breathe because we haven't reached the exciting part yet. So guys, pwede muna kayo uminom and huminga before we proceed. So let me count to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Very good. Sorry for the background sound because my neighbors are too noisy. Um, so here go. Character stereotypes in action adventure genre. So when you hear the word stereotypes, you already knew or think of um, being um, too much of describing something or the characters. So the hero generally has muscular attributes and is good looking. The hero has an exceptional fighting ability, which is true, and can usually outwit the villain. Well, yeah, he's the main character, so obviously he can defeat the villain. So a hero is a story in a story is the main character that has to overcome conflict and trials. This character also goes on either on a literal or figurative journey that requires them to use their skills and knowledge to overcome hardships or problems. So kindly please read Miss Hannah.
Okay, and the anti-hero. It can be the main hero of the story, but is not entirely good as the archetypal hero. The anti-hero usually have a troubled past and can be quite selfish.
That's true. They are like they are like your plastic friends. So anti-hero, or I mean the heroes has their own um villain friends, but they are not necessarily villain. So an anti-hero is a central character who lacks the characteristics an audience associate with, conventional hero. Anti-heroes are ambiguous protagonists, complex characters who have, a dark side. So they can bring down the hero any minute because they have their secrets. So kindly read, please, Miss Jean.
The villain. The villain is usually selfish and evil. They often have a backstory with the hero and wants the hero dead. The villain sometimes know the hero's weakness and is usually in control for most of the story.
So very good. So a villain is the antagonist of your story, whose motivation and action oppose the protagonist and drive the plot of the story. So they are fighting together to make the story more exciting. So a villain is the opposite of a hero. So next slide. The damsel in distress, often beautiful and becomes the hero's love interest. So they are like the princesses. The damsel in distress is often in a position where she needs rescuing. She is usually vulnerable and can protect herself. So basically, a damsel in distress, to put it simply, is a helpless woman who later gets saved by some of the heroes and the hero. Well, like Spider-Man is girl. The damsel distress basically serve as a prize object for the hero to save. She gives the hero an objective. The action duo sidekick. The hero usually paired with a more intelligent character who often uses his knowledge to get them out of dangerous situation. So a sidekick is as a secondary character whose primary role is to aid the protagonist as they work to achieve a goal, overcome an antagonist, or undergo necessary internal development. So, though fairly ubiquitous in fiction, a sidekick isn't often essential to a story's success. So basically, it's all about the main character, which is the hero. The Mooks. Dispensable bad guys who the hero kills and injures. They are often associated with the villain or they work for the villain. So they are like the puppies of the villain. Like um what what do you call that? Can you give an example, Miss Hannah?
I think the one in the series that I'm currently watching is the Stranger Things, and there's a lot of mooks there because they are quite for example, the villain has his own mook, so it is called the Demogorgon. So I think it's one of the example of mooks.
Very good. You applied the movie. Very good. You already applied the movie and you already learning about this lesson. Thank you and very good, Miss Hannah. Um, I kindly read, please, Miss Jean.
The hero team, a group of people who all have the same motive to defeat the bad guy. They work together to solve problems. Sometimes one or more of the characters dies before the end of the story.
Very good. So The hero teams, they are like the Justice Leagues, Avengers, Teen Titans, and other superhero team. Amazing analyzing action adventure genre through Joseph Campbell's Monomyth. So, Joseph Campbell, kindly read Miss Hannah.
Okay, Joseph Campbell, an American mythological researcher, wrote a famous book entitled The The Hero with a Thousand Faces. In his lifelong research, Campbell discovered many common patterns running through hero myths and stories from around the world.
Very good. That is Joseph Campbell, who invented the monomyth or the 12 stages of a hero. So, what is Campbell's monomyth? Kindly read Miss Jean.
What is Campbell's monomyth? The hero's journey is a myth based from framework, incredibly flexible. It has three main parts: the separation, where the hero sets out on his journey; the seeking, possibly reluctantly adventure.
Very good. So, the ordinary world. Heroes exist in a world is considered ordinary or uneventful by those who live there. Often the heroes are considered odd by those in the ordinary world and possesses some ability or characteristic that makes them feel out of place. Well, they are often unique. So this is where the heroes, exist before his present story begins. Obviously, it is obvious of the characters or the adventures to come. It's his safe place where the place where he lives, right? Because hero, they are often living in a hide place or in a very secret place. His everyday life, where we learn crucial details about our hero, his true nature, capabilities, and outlook on life. This anchors the hero as a human, just like you and me, and makes it easier for us to identify with him and hence later emphasize his, you know, plight to the story. To call to adventure. Kindly read, Miss Hannah.
For heroes to begin their journeys, they must be called away from the ordinary world. Fantastic quests don't happen in everyday life. Heroes must be removed from their typical environment. Most heroes show a reluctance to leave their home, their friends, and their life to journey on a quest. But in the end, they accept their destiny.
Very good. So although the hero may be eager to accept the quest, at this stage he will have fears that need, you know, to overcome. Second thoughts are, even the personal doubts as to whether or not he is up to the challenge. When this happens, the hero will refuse to call, and as the result, it may suffer somehow. The problem he faces may seem too much or too much to handle, and the comfort of the home far more attractive than the perilous road ahead. So this would also be our own response and once again help us both or help us the bond further with the reluctant hero. So refusal to the quest. For heroes to begin their journeys, they must be called away from the ordinary world. Fantastic quests don't happen in everyday life. Heroes must be removed from their typical environment. Most heroes show are reluctant to leave their home, their friends, and their life to journey on a quest. But in the end, they accept their destiny. So Although the hero may eager to accept the quest, at this stage he will he will have fears that need to overcome. So basically, it's just the call to adventure. So accepting the accepting the call. So kindly read, Miss Jean.
Once the adventure is accepted, the heroes advance into the next stage of their journey.
So at this crucial turning point where the hero desperately needs guidance, he meets a mentor to figure who gives him something he needs. He could be given an object of great importance, insight into the dilemma he faces, wise advice, practical training, or even self confidence. Whatever the mentor provides the hero, with it serves to dispel his doubts and fears and give him the strength and courage to begin his quest. Entering the unknown. Kindly read, Miss Hannah.
Entering the unknown, as they embark on their journey, the heroes enter a world they have never experienced before. Very often, if it is filled with supernatural creatures, breathtaking sights, and a constant threat of death. Unlike the hero's home, the outside world has its own rules, and they quickly learn to respect these rules as their endurance, strength, and mettle are tested time and time again. After all, it is not the end of the journey which teaches, but the journey itself.
Very good. So the hero is now ready to act upon his call to adventure and truly begin his quest, whether it be physical, spiritual, or emotional. He may go willingly or he may be pushed, but either way, he finally crosses the threshold between the world he is familiar with and that which is he is not. It may be, leaving home for the first time in his life or just doing something he has always been scared to do. However, the threshold presents itself. This action signifies the hero's commitment to his journey and whatever it may have in the store for him. Test allies and enemies. Now, finally, out of his comfort zone, the hero is confronted with an ever more difficult series of challenges that test him in a variety of ways. Obstacles are thrown across his path, whether they be physical hurdles or people bent on thwarting his progress. The hero must overcome each challenges he is presented with on the journey towards his ultimate goal. So now, finally, out of his comfort zone, the hero is confronted with an ever more difficult series of challenges that may test him in a variety of ways. Obstacles are thrown across his path. So it says there. So the hero needs to find out who can be trusted and who can't. He may earn allies and meet enemies who will, each in their own way. Help prepared him for the greater ordeals yet to come. This is the stage where his skills or powers are tested, and every obstacles that he faces help us gain a deeper insight into his character and ultimately identify him even more. So, approach to the innermost cave. Kindly read, Miss Hannah.
Preparations are needed and might include maps and reconnaissance to enter the cave. In treatment, the innermost cave refers to working through the feelings of shame and guilt. Women drink and use mainly to cover painful and negative emotions. To continue your journey, you must face the reasons why you choose to drink and use.
Very good. So the inmost cave may represent many things in the hero story, such as, an actual location in which lies a terrible danger or an inner conflict which up until now the hero has not had to face yet. As the hero as the hero approaches the cave, sorry about that, he makes the final preparation before taking that final leap into the great unknown. At the threshold on the inmost cave hero, so basically, his power is being tested by the challenges he faces. The ordeal. So, kindly read, Miss Jean.
The ordeal. The supreme ordeal may be a dangerous physical test or a deep inner crisis that the hero must face in order to survive, or for the world in which the hero lives to continue to exist, whether it be facing his greatest fear or most deadly foe. The hero must draw upon all of his skills and experiences gathered upon the path to the inmost cave in order to overcome his most difficult challenge.
Yeah, that's true. So only through some form of death can hero be reborn. So experiencing a metaphorical resurrection that somehow grants him greater power or insights necessary in order to fulfill his destiny or reach his journey's end. This is the high point of the hero story, and where everything that he holds there is, put on the line. If he fails, he will either die or life as he knows it will never be the same again. So they are like, so the ordeal is like when your superhero is being tested, when he is about to die, he will be, thinking of his family, loved ones, or their partners, or their children's, and that gives them a lot of strength to fight more. So reward or seizing the sword. After defeating the enemy, surviving death, and finally overcoming his greatest personal challenges, the hero is ultimately transformed into a new state, emerging from battles as a stronger person and often with a prize. Also, after defeating the enemy, surviving death, and finally overcoming his greatest personal challenge, the hero is ultimately transformed into, a new state, emerging from battle as a stronger person and often with prize. The reward may come in many forms, an object of great importance of power, a secret, greater knowledge or insight, or even reconciliation with a loved one or an ally. So whatever the treasure, which may facilitate his return to the ordinary world, the hero must quickly put celebrations aside and prepare for the last leg of his journey, which is the end where he will fight the villain, the road back. So kindly read, Miss Hannah.
This stage is the hero's journey, represent a reverse echo of the call to adventure in which the hero had to cross the first threshold. Now he must return home with his reward, but this time the anticipation of danger is replaced with that of acclaim and perhaps vindication, absolution, or even exoneration.
So very good. But the hero's journey is, not yet over. And he may still need one last push back into the ordinary world. So the moment before the hero finally commits to the last stage of his journey, that may be a moment in which he must choose between his own personal objective and that of a higher cause. So resurrection. This is the climax in which the hero must have his final and most dangerous encounter with death. The final battle also represents something far greater than the hero's own existence, with its overcome having far-reaching consequences to his ordinary world and the lives of those he left behind. So this is the climax in which the hero must have his final and most dangerous encounter with death. The final battle also represents something far greater than the hero's own existence, with its outcome having far-reaching consequences to his ordinary world, and um the lives of those he left behind. If he fails, others will suffer, and this is not only places more weight upon his, shoulder, but in a movie, grips the audience so that they too feel part of the conflict and share the hero's hopes, fears, and trepidation. Ultimately, the heroes will succeed, destroy his enemy, and emerge from battle cleansed and um, become resurrected or be reborn. Return with the elixir. So, this is the final stage of the hero's journey in which he returns home to his ordinary world, a changed man. He will have grown as a person, learned many things, faced many terrible changes or dangers, and even death, but now looks forward to the start of a new life. His return may bring fresh hope to those he left behind, a direct solution to their problems, or perhaps a new perspective to everyone to consider. So this is the final stage of a hero's journey. So the final reward that the hero will obtain may be literal or metaphoric. It could be a cause of celebration, self-realization, or an end to strife. But whatever it is, it represents sorry, it represents three things, which is challenge, or no, it's change, success, and proof of his journey. The return home also signals the need of resolution for the story's other key players. They will return to where he started, but things will clearly never be the same again. So that is the end of um the the 12 stages of a hero journey. So congrats. Let's clap our hand. Um, so now we will be having this one. Let me show you. This is what have you learned? So if you wanted to answer here, just click this note. It says sticky note, and then put your answer there. Here, like this. Let me show you. Circle. Then click save. It will just show there. And I want you to, yes, Miss Hannah?
Sir, can you send the link here in the chat? Oh, thank you.
Oh, sure, sure. Here you go.
Sir, I already sent a request. Oh, thank you.
Is this not? Wait, let me check. Okay, I already edited, and it says editor. You may put your answer here. Where did you put your answer, Miss Hannah?
I can't answer, sir. I don't have access po.
Okay, wait. Oh, who is this?
It's me,
If you
sir.
what, Hannah? It's yours.
Yes.
Okay. How about you, Miss Jean? What is the problem that I can help?
Sir, can I put my answer in the Zoom chat po?
Sure. You may put it there if you are having a hard time accessing the Jamboard.
Okay po, ito sir.
Very good. So let us read the answer of Miss Hannah first. It says, what have you learned? Miss Hannah says, I have learned the importance of monomyth. So Miss Jean said, the hero's journey is a common narrative archetype or story template that involves a hero who goes on an adventure, learns um, a lesson, wins a victory with a newfound knowledge, and then returns home transformed. Very good, Miss Jean. She literally give me a whole definition of the hero's journey. And Miss Hannah also said, and now Monomyth relates to all of my favorite movies such as Harry Potter and Enola Holmes. Both of you are doing a great job and everyone is doing a great job because I understand them and you already applied it to your experiences, which is very good. Okay, let's proceed to the next slide. So learning activity question. So check yourselves. The question is, where did the idea of the monomyth or the hero journey come from? Anyone?
Sir?
Yes, Miss Hannah.
So I think the monomyth or hero's journey was first recognized as a pattern in mythology by Joseph Campbell, who noticed that heroes in mythology typically go through the same 12 stages in their journey.
Very good, Miss Hannah, that the idea of the monomyth came from Joseph Campbell. Very good. So how about how many stages are there in Joseph Campbell's original monomyth? Let's call on Miss Jean. She's raising hand.
There are 12 stages of the hero's journey po.
Very good. There are 12. There are 12 stages. So test yourselves. So in here, I'm asking everyone to have their um, you know, link of Kahoot because we will be answering this in Kahoot. So is everyone ready? Just type in your name. Oh, Miss Jean is already here.
So I'm already in the game.
Where it only says 2 person. Just let me know if how many correct answers you got after the end at the end of this Kahoot. So let me type in teacher call. Okay. Test yourselves. Let's start. So the first question is, the character pictured below is an example of which archetypal character in the hero's journey?
Mentor, sir, mentor.
Very good. It's mentor. Very good. I hope everyone is following. Miss Jean. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I just mentioned your name because you got a score. Character who helped the hero. Who do you think among these four is the character who helped the hero?
Among the following are the mentors.
Mentors. How about you, Miss Jean?
Mentors also, sir.
Mentors. Both of you are doing great job. Okay. Just don't mind my answer because I know the answer there. I just don't put it. Character who hindered the hero. Is it mentor, shapeshifters, special weapon, or herald?
Sir, I believe it's shapeshifters.
How about you, Miss Hannah?
Same answer also, sir.
So shapeshifters. Oh, both of you are correct, and you already have 3 points each. The fourth question is the, the information we discussed in the class orders ideas on the monomyth by which one? Yes, Miss Hannah? Is it red?
Providing
Yeah.
that the hero's journey causes literary success.
What did you just said?
I'm wrong, sir.
It's fine. How about you, Miss Jane? Are you right?
Yes, sir. I answered providing a sequential look at the elements of the hero's journey.
Very good. So Miss Jean got 4 and Miss Hannah got 3 points. Um, let's move forward to the last. So based on our discussion, what impact does the hero journey have on his or her world? So is it red, yellow, blue, or green? Just tell me the color.
Red,
Red.
sir.
Red. Both of you said red. Is that right? Very good. It's red. The answer is color red. So Miss Jean got 5 and Hannah got 4 points. So great job, both of you. So let's go back here. Self-check. What part of the lesson is easy to understand? Anyone? Yes, Miss Jean?
For me, sir, everything is easy to understand because the lesson was discussed slowly and clearly.
Very good. Oh, well, thank you. If that's a compliment towards me, joke and kidding. The next one is the lesson difficult? Why or why not? What about Miss Hannah?
The lesson is easy to understand. As I listen to the discussion, I remember those books I've read from the past, and today, I just understand it in deeper sense.
Very good. That is um uh that is very clear that both of you listen and understand our topic for today. So your assignment for our next meeting is analyze one Harry Potter book or movie of your choice by applying Joseph Campbell's Monomyth. So basically, you are going to um, use Joseph Campbell's Monomyth in one of the Harry Potter movie or book. So you will be identifying what part is the ordeals, the resurrection, or the beginning of the hero's journey. So is everything clear, class?
Yes,
Yes.
sir.
Wow, sabay pa sila nagsalita. So thank you, and that would be our discussion for today. God bless and see you next week. You may leave now.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank you. Bye.